Hello friends, I welcome you all again in the case studies of the tunneling project in India. Today we will discuss about the Luktak project. So Luktak project is very important and very informative regarding geological conditions. So we will discuss different geological conditions those was occurred during the construction of this project. So first of all, let's take a look about some introductory part of the Luktak project. So this is a multi-purpose storage scheme project, and this is basically situated on the Luktak Lake. This lake is fed by the Kuga and Imphal River, and the location is Churachandpur district of the Manipur state. Okay, so the some silent features are there is a HRT headrace tunnel, barrage structure is exists there, and there is a headrace tunnel 6.85 kilometer long with 3.8 meter diameter, and we have a surface powerhouse there. The installed capacity of this project is 105 megawatt. Okay, 3 into 35 megawatt. So let's start with the geology. So basically, if we look after the succession of the geological succession here, so we have Eocene to recent geological material, or we can say geological lithology or formations. So the low-lying formation is the Disang formation that is overlain by the Beral formation. So basically, as you can see here, we have some weak rock here, exist the weak rock here in the form of the flaggy sandstone, sandy shale, and some fine-grained sand with carbonaceous shales also. Beside this, we have some means pyritiferous shale also, as well as some organic content in the shale. Due to this organic content, we face lots of problem during this project. Okay, so let's start the journey. So this tunnel driving started in 1970, but the work was stopped in January 1975 due to the methane gas explosion. And due to this explosion, 14 people were killed during this casualty. Okay, again in 1978 excavation again started here. So you can see this gas explosion was the main casualty here, but beside this methane gas explosion there was lots of geological surprises during the excavation. Those hampered the project work during the excavation. So let's discuss one by one. So as you can see here, we have a geological cross section of the area. So this is the water body here, or we can say this is the Luktak Lake here, and you can see the formation. So there are lots of folding in the Eocene sediments, and this sediments is basically this is Beryl formation, and this is the you can say low-lying formation here, and we have lots of brittle structure in the form of the faults. These faults are basically parallel to the axial plane of this antiform and anticline or syncline structure, or you can say antiform or synform structures. So we have lots of brittle structures also. So due to these brittle structures, or we can say these are the faults, so due to these faults we this project was faced lots of problems. Okay, so here some geological problems. First of all, at the phase 5 and 4, due to the heavily fractured phenomena, there's water bearing rock. So due to highly fractured lithology, there was lots of water ingression during the construction. So due to that due to that fractures and water ingressions, support system was buckled and become unstable. So re-excavation become necessary for the some length of the tunnel. So there was lots of fractured zone, or we can say shattered zones. Due to those shattered zones, tunnel excavation was hampered there. Okay. So there is one question. Can we identify such type of fractures zone or shattered zone before going the excavation? Yes, we can identify it, but at that time, because this project was started nearly in 70s, so at that time no core drilling data or other investigation data like geophysical data was not available there. So all the means exempted geology below the surface was based on the surface mapping. So due to that surface mapping, there was not proper information. So that's why we get lots of the geological surprise during the construction. Okay, so as we and due to the lack of the geological investigation, we face lots of problem. Beside this, foliation planes act because there is lots of folding there in at the phase 5. So due to that folding, what happened, foliation plane, there was so many foliation planes, those reactivated as a shear zone, thin shear zones, and due to these shear zones, what happened, lots of water ingressions was there, and due and form a cavity at the roof of the tunnel. So overbreaking problem was also exist due to these shear zones. And due to some faults, as I have already shown you in the cross section, you can see here we have lots of faults here. So due to these faults, what happened, we have lots of water ingressions along these fault plane, and these fault planes are parallel to the some faults parallel to the strike of the tunnel axis. Okay, so due to these faults also there is lots of problems. Then some tectonic shattered zones, because there is a lithology of the and there is flaggy quartzite, flaggy sandstone, and a shale also. So the shale show the shattering nature. There is shales or the shattering nature. So due to this shattering zone also, there was lots of water ingressions or water leakage was there. So water seepage along the fault zone was also present. So due to this seepage, there was lots of problem during the construction of this tunnel. Another one is the mineralogy. So there is a pyrite bearing shale. So due to the presence of the pyrite, what happened, because pyrite is reduced the sulfate content in the water. So there was a cement that was used against the sulfate resistance. So we have to use the cement there that is sulfate resistant. So the mineralogy also affect the construction cost and as well as the design also. Another mineralogy is because there is a shale, and that shale is comprised by the illite and morillonite, and the expandable content between 15 to 40%. So this illite and morillonite was swelling in nature. So due to this swelling in nature, so we get the cracks in the lining. So we have to treat this chloride content or clay content for this project also. So the mineralogy as well as the structural geology is very important to investigate any tunneling project all over the world. So the investigation should be in a good manner, and it should be performed in a standard processes. So I think this is the case study about the Luktak project, and this is the end of the video. I will come soon with another case study very soon. Thank you very much.